Andrea, and today we're gonna dive into some chair yoga. So take a moment and find a chair that you have around the house. You can even do this sitting on the edge of the bed or even the edge of the sofa. So once you're in your comfortable chair, you have a yoga mat. You can place your mat on top of it, your chair on top of your mat so that your mat doesn't move. Otherwise, just make sure your chair is nice and grounded in the space that you're practicing in today. We'll begin by placing our feet flat on the floor, and you may have to scoot up a little bit so that your feet are grounded. And if you notice you're still having a little bit of trouble, you can use some blocks, yoga blocks, right under your feet to bring the ground a little bit closer and make you a little bit more comfortable. Once you found yourself grounded in your space and in the moment, take a few moments and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe shrug your shoulders up and down. And just take a few moments to make any intentional movement. As we settle into our chairs, begin to draw your belly in towards your back as you relax and melt the shoulders down your spine. And we'll begin to close the eyes, and you can even look down if you don't like your eyes closed. And from here, just slowly begin to notice your breath. Breathing in and out of your nose. And for the next few moments, we're just breathing as we normally would, just paying attention to the breath. Taking a moment to create a space where you can just allow your feelings, emotions, and any thoughts to be. All together, begin to breathe in really deep, in through the belly, through your nose. As you exhale, breathe out of the nose, relaxing the shoulders, breathing all the air out of the body. Big breath in through your belly. Exhale it out. A few more rounds of breath just like that. Big and full through your nose, expanding your belly. Exhale out, releasing the air from the body. Coming into a belly breath. As you begin to breathe in and out a little deeper, you may feel tempted to yawn, and that's just because we're bringing more air into the body. So no big deal, yawn whenever you have to. And then come back to your breath. From here, we're gonna bring our hands out by our side, and it's okay to lean back into the support of your chair, but not necessarily using it so much as just allowing it to assist you in sitting up nice and tall, because the chair is here to support us throughout our practice. So with those arms out wide, our feet can be grounded on our blocks or on the ground or mat beneath us. Let's take a big breath in and bring those hands up over your head, maybe gazing up toward your fingers as your palms touch. Exhale, hands down by your side. Big breath in, those arms come all the way up, palms touch if that's comfortable. Maybe we gaze up. Exhale, hands down by your side. Inhale, arms all the way back up, palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Bringing your hands down right in between your chest here, palms touching. You can keep the gaze soft or maybe the eyes closed as we take a breath or two to set our intention. So remember, our intention can be a prayer, a quote, or even a mantra. And it's used to give our mind something to focus on as we physically move the body. If you're having trouble thinking of an intention or you don't have anything coming to you, I offer you the intention that I am loved and supported. And the chair today will serve as that physical symbol of support. All together, we inhale our hands up overhead. Maybe you gaze up at those fingers. Exhale, hands down by your side. And you can relax your hands by your side or in your lap. And we're going to bring our head down, chin in toward your chest. And we're slowly roll our neck over to the left side of the room. Taking your time, rolling your head toward the back, breathing in and out of your body. We'll roll our head over to the right and chin to your chest. So just flow in a circle here, making big or little neck circles. Completely up to you. If you're feeling any spaces in your neck that need a little bit more attention, I invite you to take the time and hold on there as you breathe. Slowly bringing your chin back into your chest, maybe gazing at your toes or your fingers. Let's go in the opposite direction, rolling our neck over to the right side of the room. Gazing back behind you, over to the left, chin to chest, taking the same motion. And maybe you notice one side is holding more tension than the other. That's okay. Breathe into your body, into that space that needs a little bit more attention here as we roll the neck on this side. One last circle here, allowing your chin to come back in towards your chest. And then we'll slowly sit the body up nice and tall. Relaxing your shoulders. Let's lean the left ear over toward the left shoulder. Continuing to breathe in and out your nose, grounding into your toes. Pulling your belly in as you sit up nice and tall. Feeling that stretch through the neck. And if you'd like, you can take that left hand to the top of your head to your temple, right? Kind of in between where your hair and the side of your face kind of all come together here. And we'll pull or push a little bit, adding a little bit of pressure here. And if it feels good to you, you can even massage your temple. Sometimes that's a great way to help reduce tension or pain from a headache, or if you're feeling a lot of pressure, physical or mental. The temple is a great way to kind of relieve stress. Allow that left hand to come back down to your lap up by your side. And as you inhale, come up nice and tall. Taking a breath here. Remembering our intention. I am loved and supported. Inhale big and full through your nose. As you exhale, right ear flows over to right shoulder. Feeling this stretch. And for example, on this side of my body, this stretch is a lot more intense for me. And I haven't even added my hand. And so know that there's always an option if you want. But listen into your body. If you like, right hand can come on top towards your temple again. Right kind of in the center where your hairline and your eyes kind of meet here. Adding gentle pressure if you'd like, and maybe even massaging the temple. Really gently melting away stress, worry, and even anxiety, because you got this. Slowly bring that right hand back to your lap. And as you inhale, we'll come back up tall.
Hate is a very exciting emotion.
From here, we're going to shrug the left shoulder toward the front of the room, followed by the right. So you can go at your own pace, faster or slower. But just breathe in and out. In and out of your nose, letting your shoulders kind of flow through the
I think I'm
motion.
going to die from it.
Beautiful. Let's reverse that circle, moving one shoulder toward the back and the other one to follow. One shoulder at a time. Beautiful. Bringing yourself back to stillness. Shoulders come down your spine. Big breath in, shrug both shoulders toward the front. In and out of your nose as you breathe. Good job. Breathing as we flow. Allowing the chair to support you, making any adjustments as you need them. And reverse that circle, both shoulders twirl or move toward the back of the room. Coming back to stillness here. Let's inhale, hands float up over our heads, stretching up tall, maybe sitting back in your chair a little bit more. We're gonna interlace our fingers and bring them back behind our neck. You may have to move. You have your hair or a shirt on that's preventing you from getting there. Just make a little space. That way your head is being cradled by your hands with our elbows out wide. Still grounding our toes into the mat, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale here, look up toward the ceiling, gently arching your back, elbows out wide. As we exhale, rounding the spine, elbows float in as chin comes into chest. Inhale, chest pushes up and through, opening the arms as we gaze up. Exhale to round down, chin to chest, elbows floating. Go ahead and do this a few more times on your own, following your own breath pattern. Breathing in full and deep as you move. Option to keep the eyes open or even to close them if you want to go a little bit more introspective here. Remembering that you are loved and supported, not just in this moment, but for always. After you take one more round, letting your shoulders fall in toward your body as you round your spine. Release those fingertips down to your lap and slowly roll your head up. Back so you're nice and tall. From here, we'll inhale those hands up overhead. Left arm comes down by our body, and we're gonna hold on to the chair. You can choose how to hold on. Give yourself a little bit of a little assistance here, and we'll lean over to the left. You need to maybe adjust where you're holding on to the chair. Inhale, hands float up. Exhale, right hand down to your chair as you lean over to the right. Beautiful. Breathing in and out. Inhale, those hands float up. And this time, let's lean over to the left. If it's okay, we're going to try and keep both the arms lifted. Good job. Bring in a little bit of core into this stretch. Inhale up tall. Exhale over to the right. Pushing through those hands. Those feet are grounded. Beautiful. Inhale up tall. Exhale. We're going to fall forward. Hands can come down toward our toes. Your chest comes down toward your knees or your thighs. And if this is uncomfortable for you, feel free to sit back up tall. But just take a few moments to breathe. You need to make any adjustments with your blocks or your feet, go for it. And from here, we'll bring our hands as close to our toes as we are able to. And slowly roll your hands up the front of your legs, to your knees and your thighs, bringing yourself back up nice and tall. Good job. Inhale, hands float up overhead. Left hand's gonna come over to the right knee. Right hand's gonna reach back to the top of the chair, twisting your body. And go ahead and use that right leg to help you twist. Maybe gazing straight ahead or back and over your shoulder. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Right hand flows over to left knee. Left hand, comes to the top of your chair. Using again. Right hand pressing against the left leg as we turn toward the back of the room. Breathing in and out. Inhale, those hands float all the way back up. This time we're gonna bring that left arm in front of us. Right arm is gonna reach back behind us. You can even rest that right arm on top of the chair, that way you can see. For a little bit more of a stretch, fingertips, thumbs toward the sky. Inhale up tall. Exhale, that right arm in front, left arm behind again. Maybe using the top of the chair to help support your arm. As we twist, maybe looking over that left shoulder. Fingertips, thumbs toward the sky. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, come down toward the mat and your toes. Forward fold. Taking a little breath here. You may notice how your arms and your core feel now that we've engaged them a bit throughout our class. And we'll allow our hands to come back toward our toes and roll our hands up the ankles, the shins, the knees, and the thighs. So we're back up nice and tall. So we're gonna put together a little bit more motion in the body, using the chair to support us. And then we're gonna stand up and use the chair as well. So all together, let's take a big breath in, those arms float up overhead. Exhale, melt down toward your toes, forward fold. This time, we're gonna inhale those hands up to our knees. And when our hands find our knees, hold down or press down, arching your back as you gaze up a little bit, creating a little bit of arch in the back. Exhale, we melt back down toward our toes. Ground those feet, arms float out as we lift our body all the way up tall. Exhale, hands down through heart center. And coming back to mountain pose, palms facing forward, sitting up nice and tall. Let's try 2 more times, just like that. Big breath in, arms come up overhead. Exhale, we reach down toward the mat, forward fold. Inhale, those hands come up to our knees. Grounding down as we slowly arch the back, elbows stay close as we gaze up. Exhale, we melt back down toward our toes, chest to thighs. Grounding those feet, arms float out and those hands up overhead, palms touch. Exhale down to heart center. Arms out in front of you for mountain. So I encourage you to do this next one on your own. You can begin when you'd like, and we'll end just like this in our mountain pose. I'm gonna flow through it as well without any cueing. And just trust yourself. You're loved and you are supported, and you got it. So whenever you're ready, inhale those hands up and just take a few moments flowing through this full body motion as we start to warm our body up. Using your breath as a guide to assist you. Once you're finished, just take a moment to breathe, maybe even grab a sip of water. And we'll all meet back in mountain pose. And so now that we're here in mountain pose, let's take a moment to really engage. So we'll look down at those toes, and if your feet aren't all the way flat on the mat, scoot up on your chair. So our feet are grounded into the mat. Drawing your belly in, sitting down into your chair, you'll start to feel your legs engage. So you're not just kind of sitting passively, but very much engaging with this position. Arms out, opening through your chest. Tadasana, or mountain pose. From here, hold on to the chair, press into your toes, and come to standing. And we're gonna turn our chair in front of us. So you can turn your chair so that it's out in front of you. And you wanna step maybe 1, 2, about 3 feet away from your chair. Taking a moment to adjust and to get there. And we'll begin with our hands at heart center. So we're gonna move a little bit more using the chair to support us. Inhale, our hands up overhead. Exhale, we're gonna melt all the way down toward the floor. And when we get there, reach out for the bottom parts of your chair. Forward fold. And so you may feel this stretch in the back of your legs, in your hamstrings, and just bend your knees if it feels like it's a lot. Take that pressure off of yourself. Breathing in and out. Inhale, hands are gonna come up to the part of the chair that we sit in, holding on to that chair, making that back flat, half lift. Bringing length into your spine. Maybe you can see your shoulders or the tops of them out of your peripheral vision. Exhale those hands back down toward the bottom of your chair. Chin can float in towards your chest as you bend your knees. Grounded into your feet, arms float out wide, and we lift up nice and tall toward the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a breath here. Breathing in and out, noticing how you're feeling. One more time, we bring those hands up over our head toward the sky. Exhale, reach down toward the bottom of your chair, bending your knees if that feels good. Forward fold. Inhale those hands to the bottom of the chair, stretching through your back. Half lift, and our goal here is for our back to be flat. Exhale your hands down toward the bottom of the chair again, maybe bending the knees. Arms come out wide. We lift that body all the way up toward the sky. Palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a moment to breathe and notice how you're feeling. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. We're gonna go ahead and turn around. Toes facing forward, grounding your feet. You can come back a little close, maybe giving yourself a little bit of space between yourself and the chair. And we'll inhale our hands up over our head. bend your knees and sink down all the way into your chair. Hands can come down to heart center. So maybe that first round was kind of scary, but you trust yourself because you're loved and supported. So now we have to get back up. So press into those toes, and you need to use the chair. Push yourself back all the way up. Hands to heart center. Inhale those hands up. Bend those knees, sink those hips down to your chair. Good job. Hands to heart center. Inhale using the side of the chair, or you can try it with no hands. Press into those toes, bring your body all the way back up. Exhale, hands down by your side. One more round. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit down. Hands through heart center. Inhale, press into those toes. Lift up tall, palms to the left. Exhale, hands down by your side. You can wiggle your arms and your body here. Grounding into your toes, facing forward. Let's inhale those hands up again, bending those knees, finding your chair pose. And so you can hover above, or you can sit down in the chair. It's up to you. Whatever you do, bring the weight up to your toes here. Breathing in and out. Exhale, we're going to straighten those legs and reach down toward the floor. If you are using a yoga block, you can even bring your hands down to the block. However you want. We're really just stretching the legs, allowing the chair to support the back of the body. Bend those knees, arms out wide, lift up tall toward the ceiling. Hands to heart center. We'll do one more chair pose. Again, you can sit all the way down, or you can stay standing tall. Inhale those hands up, bend those knees, sink down, chair pose. Weight into the toes. You feel like you're arching your back, tuck your tailbone under. And reach down toward the mat, straightening those legs, forward fold. Beautiful job. You can move your block off to the side if you're using one, and just bring your body up one vertebrae at a time. Hands tracing your thighs and calves as you come up tall. And we're going to turn our chair this time back toward the front, kind of how we started today. Be careful of your toes. I just ran mine over. And you're just going to stand next to the chair. So we're going to use the chair to help us find our balance and our stability. And so the first thing we're going to do is find a spot to hold on to the chair that doesn't feel like a stress or worry. If you need to scoot off so that your hand feels better, it's perfectly fine. I have my left arm on the chair, and I'm standing on the right side of the chair. So completely up to you what side to stand on first. Ground into your toes as you're facing forward. We're going to place that right hand on our hip. And as you breathe in, slowly lift your left knee. And that knee may be lifted a little bit. You can lift that knee up high, using the chair to support you. Breathing in and out. You got this. In and out of your nose. And place that left foot back down. Wiggle those legs and arms out. Beautiful. Just going into some balancing. Using that chair to support us. Right hand comes to our hip. We're going to lift the right knee this time. Whether that's a little bit or a lot. Finding our balance. Breathing in and out. And as you breathe, exhale that right leg down. Wiggle those arms. Good job, good job. Let's add on. And so we will walk a little bit more this time. Holding on to the chair with our left hand. We're going to pick up those left toes and bring our left toes down one at a time. And so what I'm doing is rooting my left foot into the mat. So that left leg feels very strong. Now lean to the left, using that chair to support us. Right toes and right heel come over to that left leg, spinning that right knee out to the right. And so you may already feel this in your hips. It's perfectly fine. This is Shri pose. So you can continue to use the chair to support you. Maybe you build a branch with your right arm. And if you want, you can come to balance all on your own. Remember, it's up to you. Know the chair is here to support you. Don't feel like you have to. If you're still having trouble finding your balance, take that gaze straight ahead, finding maybe a picture on the wall or a clock to keep your gaze focused. While you're here, option to stay in your standing stillness or bring that right foot to your calf, to the bottom of your leg. You can even help that right foot come up to your thigh, and it might slide off like mine did. No stress, find a comfortable position. We're gonna hold here for one more breath in and out of the nose. And relax, that foot comes down, we wiggle the body out. And we're gonna mindfully walk around to the other side of our chair. Taking our time, noticing how the ground feels beneath our toes, things that we often take for granted. In this moment of love and support, let's honor all of the things around us. Once you're here, we'll bring that right hand to the chair. Wherever you want, remember, feel free to adjust as needed. Lifting those right toes up from the ground, place all the right toes down into the mat or the ground, creating an anchor through the right leg. Left toes and left heel come over, spinning left knee out to the left. Beautiful job. And we find our standing stillness. If you feel like you're leaning a lot, bring yourself back up. Gaze is forward as you find something to keep you focused here. In our tree pose, Vriksasana. Option to stay where you are. You can take the left leg to your calf or up to your thigh, all up to you. Feel free to go a branch with that left arm, or maybe you just try and find your balance. And don't worry if your balance is perfect today or all over the place. Use that chair to support you in all that you're doing. One more breath here, in and out of the nose. Bring that foot down and we wiggle those legs out. Beautiful job. So we're gonna do one more balancing pose. And we'll go ahead and turn the chair one more time. We're gonna actually keep it here for the remainder of class. So you can push your chair toward the back edge of the mat. Still on the mat, but toward the back edge. Bringing our hands down to the bottom of the chair. We're gonna kind of lean forward here, using the chair to support our body. And we're gonna take the right foot and just kind of sweep those toes back behind you until your right toes are lifted from the mat. So as long as your toes are pointing down, right hip down, you're in the right position. And if you feel like you need more space, you can bring your hands to the top of your chair, lifting that right leg to a place that feels good, coming into Warrior 3 or airplane pose. Breathing in and out of your nose here, engaging your core. Good job. And then we slowly bring our hands back to the bottom of the chair, lowering that right foot down. And you can wiggle those legs out just a little bit. And we're gonna switch sides. So hands can stay grounded if you need more space. I'm a little long, so I can either scoot back or create more space using the top of my chair. I'm gonna allow those left toes to swing back behind us. Toes stay pointed down, so does my left hip. Finding my balance here. Maybe lifting my leg a little bit higher. Adjusting for the space in the room. Using my chair as a guide. Breathing in and out of my nose. You got this. I am loved and supported. And then we're gonna bring that left foot down to the mat. Walking those toes in toward our chair. We're gonna bring the toes out and the heels in. Taking your time. If you need to adjust here to help you as we are bringing ourselves down to the mat, feel free. So we're gonna use the chair, maybe the front part of the chair. Bend the knees and bring your body all the way down to a squat. So that squat looks something like this with the chair in front of you. And then slowly bring your hands behind you, lowering your body down. So that's one way we can do this. We also can keep the legs in close, toes facing forward, bending those knees all the way down. Walk those hands behind us. So either way, take your time coming to the mat. And we're gonna end our class today chair. So similar to legs up the wall, this is a great pose for any swelling that might be happening. Sometimes we swell after we eat things. Sometimes health conditions cause us to swell. And so this is one of my favorite poses. It's great for the lower back and relaxation. And especially for those of us who may be with child, it's a perfect pose for that as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna swing our legs up the chair. So I'm getting almost too close to the chair. I'm just gonna bring my legs up one at a time. Using my hands to scoop your body up. You can hold on to the chairs. You come all the way down to your back. Trying to keep the chair as level as we can. We don't want anything falling. And once you're there, your lower back is into the mat. You can scoot up if you need to. Hands can be on your belly or out to the side. Or even resting your hands on your thighs. So you want to be as comfortable as you can. And as you're here, the first few moments, you'll feel gravity really pressing onto your body. And so as we close out our class here, in our last pose, just really breathe in and out, remembering that you are loved and that you are supported in all that you do. And I'll call you back here in just a moment. Letting your body go with you. So you're kind of cuddled up a little bit on one side of the room. Take a big breath in. Extend the arm on top of your body up toward the ceiling. Exhale that hand down toward the mat. And use that top arm to push yourself all the way up to a seat. Taking a moment to adjust in your body. We're going to close out our class together. Let's inhale those hands up over your head. Be mindful of that chair. Palms touch. Exhale, hands down by your side. Inhale, hands float all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands down by your side. Big breath in, arms come all the way up, palms touch. Open mouth, exhale, hands to heart center. You are loved and supported. Ubuntu.